Hello, guys. So, if you have plans of coming to Japan as a visitor, as a tourist, as a student, as a business person, to stay for a long time, to stay for a short time, this video is for you. Because a lot of foreigners, after arriving in Japan for the very first time, the things that they see used to shock some of them. But after watching this video, believe you me, if you come to Japan as a first timer, you won't be shocked because you have heard some of the things about Japan and their culture somewhere. So in today's video, let's talk about some Japanese culture that are different from other cultures. The first thing you will see in Japan is they have but an aging population. You will see more of Asian people, more of old people from, let's say, 65 years and above in Japan. Yeah, over this is 60% of Japanese people are old people. The few youths that are there, most of them don't want to get married. Most of them don't want to have kids. So Japan has but an aging population. Don't come to Japan and see more of elderly people and you're surprised. No, there is one more thing you need to know about Japanese people. In Japan, they don't give tips. When we talk about tips, somebody might do something that is you feel like you really need to appreciate that person, and you decide to give that person maybe a tip, some few yen, maybe a present. No, in Japan, it's not allowed. They don't give tips in Japan. That is their culture. That is their way of life. If somebody does something to you that you really feel impressed, you can just thank that person. Arigato gozaimasu, and that is enough. Maybe in the Western world, in the Western country, in Africa, it seems okay, but here in Japan is a no no no. Somebody might not tell you about this, but in Japan, if you give someone a tips, they consider it as an insult. They consider it as bribe because they are bound to do their work perfect. They are bound to do their work to the best, to impress and to do it like they are being paid for it. So if you are giving something extra to the worker, to the staff, they consider it as an insult. So if you come to Japan tomorrow and someone does something that you feel good, you feel impressed, don't give them tips. Just a thank you is enough. You might feel like you are doing something good for to the person, but no, it's not allowed. There is one more thing you need to know about Japanese culture. In Japan, and this particular aspect, I love it about Japanese people. They don't enter with shoes in their houses. If you get to any Japanese house, any, even to public offices, public places, there is a place meant for shoes. Before you get into the house proper, there is a space. As you get in, there is a certain position at the door that you keep your shoes, you keep your slippers, and you will get in with an indoor shoes, and you will get inside with your indoor shoes. So, in most cases, each and everyone has an indoor shoes in their small bag, or most places have indoor shoes already. In some case situations that the indoor shoes are limited, they will send you people email to come with your indoor shoes. Like we used to go for meetings in my kids' school, they will send email, come with your indoor shoes. And in most places, even in some restaurants, it is not allowed for you to get inside with your shoes. And I love this particular aspect about the Japanese culture because it's like you're coming with dirt from outside and you just leave it at the door. Don't get inside. So you're getting in with a new start, a new slipper, something that is clean. Don't come and dirty the house. Don't come in, maybe you have stepped on something that is nasty and you are entering with it in the house. So I really love this particular aspect of the Japanese culture. Yeah, you don't get inside with shoes. As you open the door, there is a certain position. You just drop your shoes and they'll give you something else to wear inside to start moving around or about inside. Even as I told you, as you go out there, your indoor shoes, something light, not something too heavy, something that is flexible for you to move around with, that doesn't stain the floor, that doesn't leave maybe a stamp on the floor. That is how their indoor shoes are. There is one more thing you will discover in Japan if you come for your first time. They sleep everywhere, especially on train, especially in the bus, even in the restaurants, even in the bar. You will see them always dozing, always sleeping. It's very normal to see that in Japan. To them, it's a sign of hard work. After you've labored at work and you find maybe the chair on the train comfortable for you to rest, you are good to go. In other country, it might seem funny, it might seem embarrassing, but in Japan, it's very normal. If you feel sleepy, even at work, some of them sleep at work, and they consider them sleeping at work as like you are being hardworking. But a lot of them have like, if something have just started and people start praising you, some of them are instead using it to pretend. Like if you don't want to work, you just bend your head down. Your superior will feel like you are working so hard, whereas some of them are pretending. So in Japan, as I earlier said, it's very normal for you to get on train and you see almost half of the people on train sleeping. It's very normal for you to get in the bus and you see almost 30% on the people in the bus sleeping. It's very normal for you to go to the parks and you see people sleeping on the bench. It's very normal in Japan. It doesn't seem funny, but that's their way of life. They consider it after a long day at work, whatsoever place that they see comfortable for them to rest, they are okay to rest. As I earlier said, in some countries, in other places, it might seem funny and embarrassing, but here in Japan, it's very common. Don't come to and when you come to Japan, a lot of Japanese people smoke. At from 18 years, you are free to take alcohol, you are free to smoke, but they don't smoke like moving with cigarette around. It is not allowed in Japan. Yeah, as I said it again, a lot of them smoke, but you will never know because they don't go around smoking. No, no, no. In Japan, there are places meant for smoking. When you go close to the station, you go to the bars, you go to the restaurant and other places, there is a small box. It has been written there, smoking area. When you want to smoke, you get in there, you meet other people, both men and women, smoking. And after smoking, you go where you are going to. You cannot be moving with cigarette everywhere and people are seeing you. It is not allowed in Japan. If you want to go smoke your cigarette, look for a smoking area where you are, smoke and you go. That is how it is in Japan. I know in other countries it's very normal for you to be working with cigarette, like intoxicating people. No, go to those smoking area where you have people that are smoking just like yourself. Smoke with them, have comfort, and you go. Instead of you moving with tobacco everywhere, it is not allowed in Japan. I know there are a lot of cultural shock. There are a lot of difference in culture that if you come to Japan, you will discover. But in today's video, I just wanted to bring some of them. As time goes forward, I will bring more about Japanese culture, their way of life. So these are some of the things you need to know about Japan before you get into their country. They are very important. I will make more videos. If you think that the video is okay for you, you like it, please, you can give it a thumb up. You can share it with somebody. You can leave a comment. And don't always forget to turn your bell. Thank you all so much for always coming. Thank you so much for always tuning in. See you in my next video. Bye bye. God bless you.